Now, drink manufacturers say new recycling rules could mean customers paying higher prices and some producers might go out of business altogether.
Nina's gone to a recycling facility for us this morning in South East London and joins us. She's been going through the rubbish, basically.
Yes.
She found...
It's been good, though. She's found some treasure.
And some pants.
Yes.
Morning, Nina.
Good news, John. I saved your underpants from earlier. Don't panic.
Thanks.
We are at a recycling plant in South East London. 2 million Londoners' waste comes here. So you've got your plastic there, the paper around there, the aluminium, the shiny bit you can see in the corner. Over here I found, and I thought this is a sign of the times. Do you remember when every car had a big map in it? One of the AA road maps. I think we're in West Staffordshire there. Well, lots of people, Shrewsbury, lots of people throwing them out now. I'm just going to grab Janice, who's worked here for 12 years. You've seen all sorts that Londoners have been putting in the bin. What have you spotted in the past?
Bicycles, designer clothing, handbags, scooters, e-cigarettes, example.
Somebody put an entire car engine in once. What were they thinking, Janice?
I don't know what they were thinking.
Keeps you busy though, doesn't it? Thank you very much. Now, as things stand, recycling like this is funded by the local authority, but from April, the onus is going to shift to the manufacturers. The government's hope is that polluters will begin to pay. Now, that is everything. Paper, plastic, aluminium, all of it will be funded by the manufacturers. It always comes at a cost, though, doesn't it, whenever we see progress? And it's estimated that for glass, for example, it will be at a cost of around 9 pence for a 500 millilitre, half a litre bottle. Understandably, manufacturers are a bit fed up with this extra cost, as we found out when we spoke to a cordial maker in Nottinghamshire.
For glass, because glass is heavy, the costs are astronomical. The prospected intermediate rate, which is the middle one, which they're guiding us towards, is about 2/3 of my annual profits every year. They're expecting us to just pass that on to consumers as if nothing happens and the consumer pays. The impact will be, it'll probably push some very small producers out of business. It'll really hurt us, really hurt us.
Well, let's speak with Adam, who edits the magazine The Grocer. You hear from loads of manufacturers all the time and can presumably understand why small businesses are saying this is a cost at a time when we cannot manage it.
Of course. I mean, this is a scheme that's been 6 years in the making. The idea behind it is that manufacturers pay for the waste rather than the consumer. There's lots of arguments, teething problems around the costs over who has control, what the outcomes are. But it's an extremely challenging time, as that producer was saying, and adding inflation at the same time whilst trying to create a circular economy.
You've got to break the eggs to make the omelette, haven't you, to use a non-recycling metaphor? But, for progress to happen, things like this have to happen.
Well, they do. We produce millions of tonnes of waste in this country, and the industry needs to be motivated to A, use less of it, and B, recycle more of it. These are the right outcomes, but crucially that might not happen if the scheme is set up in the right way. At the same time, there are arguments for and against particular different substrates and packaging materials because they're all paying different amounts, and there's controversy there. But at the end of the day, we all need to recycle more, and then crucially, that creates more recycled content that can be then reused in packaging going forward.
And it's a bit like the landfill tax, isn't it, Adam? When that first came in, thank you, the idea was that it was too expensive, but look at the progress that created. Now, the government says it will do two things. It will make businesses think more about how much packaging they use, and in the long term it will mean they will simplify their packaging too, and in that point the price will come down and it will create jobs as well. What we've learned here at the recycling plant is how much stuff has been binned on purpose, things like car engines, but also by accident. They regularly find mobile phones and rings on the conveyor belt and help to reunite them. And before I go, a massive thank you to those on the recycling line upstairs. We didn't realise, but their shift finished at 6:30 and we kept them working until 6:45 and they were too polite to say anything, John and Sally.
And you're paying their overtime, Nina.
Apparently so, yeah. Will have to be recycled from your wages, John.
Hey! See you later. Thank you, Nina.
go and make them a brew. Is there anything worse than on a night shift? Night shifts are particularly tough, we know.
Absolutely.
To then work a little bit further than you think you're going to work.
Thank you to them.